Hi, everybody. Mark the Bad Catholic here. I haven't done a video in quite a long time. Been busy, even though I've been in quarantine. I hope all of you are doing all right and safe from the virus. I'm going to do a little unboxing video here today for you. We're going to see what we got from Kino Lorber. I know what I got from Kino. I know what I ordered from Kino Lorber, but we'll see what we got. Unboxing videos seem to be really popular. I'm not as good at it as other people like Heath on Cereal at Midnight. I love Cereal at Midnight, by the way. And I got my Cavalry Saber letter opener here. And I don't edit videos or anything. I just turn the camera on and the mic and start talking. And I'm sure you can tell that. Don't bother to script too much. Just do this out of boredom. Just start having fun. Okay, and let's see what we got from Kino Lorber. You know, I've been really sorry to hear that some of the Blu-ray manufacturers are going out of business. I saw that Twilight Time's going out. Saw that Olive Films may be going out. Sorry to see all that. We've got quite a bit of packaging here. So we got a whole bunch of Blu-rays and a DVD. We'll start off with the DVD. This is a blind buy. I don't have any idea what this is. It's called Tuesday After Christmas. It's a says rigorous, artful, and humane. It may take a second viewing to appreciate the flawlessness of this film. A.O. Scott, The New York Times. A further example of Romanian virtuosity. Has the tension of a thriller. J. Hoberman, Village Voice. So this is a Romanian movie. It's apparently about some older man having an affair with a young girl, which, you know, being an old dude, you know, that turns me on. That does it for me. Flips my switch. So, you know, so I made this blind buy because, you know, maybe it'll, you know, do my jollies or something. Says a remarkable pitch-perfect work as convincing and affecting a portrayal of the subtleties of modern life and marriage as you'll find on the screen. Stephen Zetchik, Los Angeles Times. A trove of powerhouse performances. Joshua Ruthkoff, Time Out, New York. One of the central figures to emerge from the cinema of the Romanian New Wave, director Radu Muntean has created in Tuesday After Christmas a tense, emotionally resonant drama about a middle-aged man caught between his commitment to his family and his affair with a younger woman. Paul and Adriana, played by Mimi Branscu and Morella O'Prizer, who also happen to be a couple in real life, are the happily married couple whose 10-year marriage is rocked when Paul falls into an illicit affair with his daughter's sexy dentist. Through beautifully calibrated performances and scorchingly intense long takes, the drama unfolds as Paul is forced to choose between the easy report and stability of his family life and the uncertainty and excitement of a relationship with a much younger woman. And it's in Romanian with English subtitles. So that's Tuesday After Christmas, and maybe, you know, I'll let you all know what I think of this, you know, when I finally get around to watching it. But I'm so backed up with things to watch and things to read, don't know when that'll be. Moving onward and upward, we got, and this is another blind buy. This is another one of these sexy thrillers, and this is Consenting Adults. Consenting Adults. Thou Shalt Not Covet Thy Neighbor's Wife, an Alan J. Pakula film, starring Rebecca Miller, E.G. Marshall, and Forrest Whitaker. From Alan J. Pakula, the legendary director of Clute. Oh, I remember that, with Jane Fonda and Donald Sutherland. That's an awesome movie. So, The Parallax View, All the President's Men, and Presumed Innocent. Those are all great movies. Kevin Kline, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, and Kevin Spacey. Oh, we can't have a movie with Kevin Spacey anymore. Kevin Spacey's banned, you know. I mean, you make you have some sexual infidelity, and we got to go and burn all of your stuff, regardless of how good an actor or how good a writer you were or anything else. You've done one thing. We can't watch Capricorn 1 anymore. That had O.J. Simpson in it. Can't and uh, and Kevin Spacey. We can't have anything with him in it. So they heat up the screen in Consenting Adults, the spine-tingling, sexy thriller that seduced audiences and critics alike. When two couples living next door to each other grow too close, one of the husbands risks everything for a passion he can't resist, his neighbor's wife. His temptation traps the foursome in a shocking web of betrayal and murder. And now accused of a crime he didn't commit, he must race against time to save his family from a shocking fate. Matthew Chapman wrote this erotic thriller, which is full of twists and turns and a sensational, heart-stopping climax. The wonderful cast features Rebecca Miller, Forrest Whitaker, and E.G. Marshall, and has audio commentary by screenwriter Matthew Chapman. Okay, and that's Consenting Adults from 1992. Back in my day. And that really is back in my day. Okay. Then we got Bob Hope and Jane Russell and Roy Rogers and Trigger in Son of Paleface, and that's a sequel to sequel to Paleface with Bob Hope and Jane Russell, and this is from 1952. 4 years after his smash comedy hit Paleface, Bob Hope returned to the screen as Junior Potter, son of Painless Peter Potter. Remember, Painless Peter Potter was a dentist. The hapless hero of the first film. The Harvard-bred Junior heads out west to claim his father's inheritance. Also returning for the sequel, but in a different role, is the beautiful Jane Russell as a gunfighter named Mike the Torch Delroy, who continually has to save our hapless hero with help from the king of the singing cowboys, Roy Rogers, and legendary horse Trigger, who team up with the pair to get to the bottom of a gold shipment robbery. Co-written and directed by the great Frank Tashlin, and featuring a stellar supporting cast which includes Bill Williams and Douglas Dumbrell, with cameos by Bing Crosby and legendary director Cecil B. DeMille. So that's all for laughs. That should be a lot of fun. Bob Hope, Jane Russell, Son of Paleface. Okay. Then we got Bob Hope and Fernandale, Martha Hire, and Anita Ekberg in Paris Holiday from 1958. Comedy legends Bob Hope and Fernandale team up in the comedy classic Paris Holiday. Hope plays Robert Hunter, an actor traveling to Paris to purchase a screenplay, only to find himself mixed up with counterfeits. While Hunter has his eye on diplomat Anne McCall, a sexy spy named Zara has her eye on the screenplay. Hope produced the film and wrote the original story, while the screenwriting duty went to longtime Hope collaborator Edmund Bologne and Dean Reisner. Top-notch direction by Gerd Oswald and featuring legendary filmmaker Preston Sturgis in a wonderful supporting role. I've never seen this before. If I have, I don't remember it. I have seen Son of Paleface. Paris Holiday, 1958. Bob Hope, Anita Ekberg. Okay, and then we got Roy Rogers and Trigger. Roy Rogers, king of the singing cowboys. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. That's all I know. Okay, well, Roy Rogers, king of the cowboys and Trigger's smartest horse in the movies, was in Sunset in the West from 1950. Newly mastered in HD from a 4K scan, a gang of vicious crooks has been running guns and ammunition out to foreign revolutionaries. Gordon McKnight is the mastermind behind these elaborate schemes, hijacking freight trains and killing the crews, leaving no witnesses. Sheriff Tad Osborne is discouraged and has not been able to catch the killers. His niece Dixie urges him to quit while he can, but when Roy and his Purple Sage riders arrive in the border town, they persuade the sheriff to stay in office and help them capture the criminals. McKnight tries to escape, but Roy and Trigger follow to ride him down and bring him back to justice. Beautifully shot in true color by Jack A. Marta and wonderfully directed by the great William Whitney. And this includes audio commentary by Western historian Toby Rowan. So that's Sunset in the West with Roy Rogers. Trigger, smartest horse on earth. Okay, and somebody's sending me thingies. All right, and then we've got El Paso. El Paso City, da-da-da-da-da, by the Rio Grande. All right, enough of that. All right, El Paso. I know nothing about this movie. This is a blind buy. El Paso, starring John Payne, Gail Russell, Sterling Hayden, George Gabby Hayes, and Dick Foran. You see, Kino Lorber was running a sale of things that are like going out of print and aren't coming back. And all right, a brand new. This is from 1949. Brand new HD master from a 4K scan of the 35mm original 2-color negative and positive separations. After serving in the Civil War, an ex-Confederate captain is ready for a quiet life as a lawyer in peacetime El Paso, Texas. However, with a corrupt sheriff, a drunken judge, and a crooked landowner running the town, he decides to form a vigilante group to combat them. Hollywood veteran Lewis R. Foster directed this action-packed western, which co-stars the beautiful Gail Russell, Sterling Hayden, George Gabby Hayes, Dick Foran, Henry Hull, and Mary Beth Hughes. An audio commentary by film historian Toby Rowan. I have to do a video talking about Sterling Hayden. Sterling Hayden was quite a character, so we'll have to talk about him some more, probably, maybe later on. All right, well, we got more to go. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, getting into some film noir here. We've done comedies, westerns, erotic thrillers, and this is some film noir from 1948. In glorious black and white, No Orchids for Miss Blandish. And this is a blind buy. It's a film noir, and we can talk about film noir some more. Based on a shocking novel by James Hadley Chase, the film's mixture of sex, violence, and low morals made it one of the most controversial films of the late 1940s. The story tells of a pampered heiress who is abducted on her wedding night by a gang of small-time hoods in what starts out as a jewel robbery and turns into a kidnapping murder when one of them kills the groom. Despite her terrifying ordeal, Miss Blandish finds herself falling in love with the gang leader Slim Grissom. They plan to run off together, but the rest of the gang can't see parting with the potential $1 million ransom or leaving a witness alive, even if it means killing Slim to get her. The book was ferociously condemned, but was allegedly the most popular book amongst serving British troops during World War II. The 1971 Robert Aldrich film, The Grissom Gang, was based on the same Chase novel. And there do not appear to be any special features on this. This is just the movie. But this is controversial British film noir from 1948. So looking forward to that. Okay. Then we've got Ruby Gentry from 1952. Starring Jennifer Jones, Charlton Heston, and Carl Malden. And those were all big names from the 50s. And Jennifer Jones played... Jennifer Jones is probably best known for playing Saint Bernadette in the Song of Bernadette. Is probably what she's best known for. I may have this screwed up. I think she was married to some producer or something. Way she got some of her stuff, but anyway, this the story of a flame named Ruby who took a whole town apart, step by step and sin by sin, and directed by King Vidor. And King Vidor also was a big silent movie director. Their love ignited a deadly passion. She can never be a part of his world, but she can tear his world apart. Jennifer Jones delivers a powerful performance as a strong-willed Southern beauty from the wrong side of the tracks, and this bold, sweeping drama co-starring Charlton Heston and Carl Malden. She was raised in the rugged swamplands. He was born into wealth and privilege. Yet from the moment Ruby first laid eyes on Boke, she vowed to have him for her own. Now the residents of the small tidewater town will do everything in their power to stand in her way. But they've never seen a passion like this one, and they've never met a woman like Ruby. Directed by King Vidor. Okay, from 1952, Ruby Gentry. Okay, got two more left. Okay, this was a blind buy. He just looked cool. This is the Mackenzie Break from 1970. And this stars Brian Keith. And this is a World War II movie about German POWs in Britain. Says Brian Keith leads an acclaimed international cast in this poignant and powerful World War II thriller, fraught with action, suspense, and the haunting reality of war. Keith stars as Captain Jack O'Connor, a fast-talking, hard-drinking, tough-as-nails Irishman assigned to investigate an impending escape by a group of German POWs led by the charismatic Kapitan Schluter. The camp commander has been unable to contain the prisoners, but Connor's brash and unusual approach solves the problem for a while. In a race against time with growing animosity from the commander, Connor surpasses even his own previous unorthodox methods when he devises a scheme so daring that it will either make him a hero or prove to be the most fatal mistake of his career. Stylishly directed by Lamont Johnson with a beautifully written screenplay by William W. Norton, White Lightning and Gator, based on a book by Sir Sidney Shelley. That's 1970. The Mackenzie Break. So, this is World War II drama, German POWs in Britain, and the Germans escaping, because it says down under here, the Mackenzie Break, the ultimate escape. Except this is the Germans escaping, this time not the Allies. Okay, and last but not least, we got another erotic thriller. And this is another blind buy. I don't remember ever seeing this. This is Slam Dance. Slam Dance from 1987. Once again, that's back in my day. In 1987, I would have been a junior in college, a junior and undergraduate, and I wasn't going to the. I take that back. I was going to the movies back then, but I wasn't going to see erotic thrillers. And this says an all-star cast, including Tom Hulse of Amadeus, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. We got another movie with Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. Virginia Madsen, Adam Ant, and Harry Dean Stanton livens the stark stylishness of this stunning, cold neo-punk tale of murder and madness. Underground LA artist C.C. Drude courts danger and excitement when he begins an illicit affair with a high-class call girl, but he gets more than he bargains for when she is found dead in his home and he's being framed for murder. Now pursued by crooked cops and with nowhere to turn, Drude makes a desperate attempt to reclaim his life and stay alive. Directed by indie filmmaker Wayne Wang and written by Don Keith Opper, who also co-stars as Buddy, leading a strong supporting cast that includes Millie Perkins and Robert Beltran. That's from 1987, Slam Dance. So we're going to have a good time with these, and probably probably I'll be back to review some of these later on, maybe. Got a lot of books I've been reading since I've been locked in quarantine, and probably need to come on here and do some bad Catholic book reviews. Need to do some bad Catholic movie reviews. Sorry I hadn't been on here. Of course, all one of you that are probably going to watch this video. All right, well, this is Mark the Bad Catholic signing off, and you guys have a great day.